Welcome to Employment Law This Week. I'm George Whipple. Today we're looking back at the year in restrictive covenants. Well, the FTC's proposed non-compete ban stole most of the headlines in 2024. This year brought a new administration and a major shift in the federal government's approach to non-competes. The states were also very active, with a clear leader in employer-friendly legislation. The Spilling Secrets team is here to walk us through the year.
There's no denying that 2025 has shaken up the government. One of the biggest headlines in the employee mobility space this year is that once President Trump took office, the FTC pumped the brakes on enforcing the May 2024 final rule against non-competes.
The FTC dropped its appeal of the injunction against its non-compete ban in early September of this year. But that hasn't been the end of the story for non-competes at the federal level. The FTC took enforcement action against several businesses and began an effort to root out unreasonable non-compete agreements. So, what can employers expect moving forward?
The federal government seems to be sending mixed messages about the extent to which the Trump administration will direct its efforts towards regulating non-competes. Cautious employers may still want to keep moving forward with other forms of restrictive covenants by adopting or relying more heavily on non-solicits, confidentiality provisions, garden leave provisions, etc., until the dust settles.
The states have been more definitive in their legislation and direction this year, especially in Florida.
The biggest news on the state level in terms of new non-compete laws was the enactment of the Choice Act in Florida on July 3rd, 2025. The Choice Act is an acronym for the Florida Contracts Honoring Opportunity, Investment, Confidentiality, and Economic Growth.
Florida previously had a statute on the books that was favorable to the enforcement of non-competes. But the Choice Act represented the next step, permitting restrictive covenants lasting up to 4 years in duration.
Florida is probably the most employer-friendly U.S. jurisdiction now on restrictive covenants, particularly non-compete agreements.
Looking forward to what's coming in 2026, there are quite a few pending bills in states like Illinois, Washington, and New York.
The New York bill is clearly one to watch in 2026 because I think that there is a good chance that it may get enacted into law, and we will certainly be keeping a close eye on it.
That we will. Thanks to the Spilling Secrets team for a great end-of-year wrap-up. And thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next week with a review of the year in employment law.